Hey yo, it's that MOE at that show, Dope Hangouts. I go by the name of CMO for more of everything media where no one's got us like us. And speaking of us, I am with a very, very special guest who's really not even a guest because this is his house right here. I am honored to have this final quarter of this Dope Hangouts episode with the man himself, Las Vegas. You know him because he has mixed and mastered. He has shot and edited your music videos, your podcast production, all your TV commercials. Y'all go ahead and give it up for my homie, the CEO of Level 9 Studios, Scott Vera. What's good, my guy?
I'm good, man. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Thank you for being on, man.
Oh, man. Pleasure, man. Thank you. It's an honor.
Yes, sir. Same here. I'm sure a lot of people are kind of tripping right now because they're used to seeing you on that other side of the camera, but now you're on this side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's an adjustment for me, but I'll do my best. You know, I like being on the other side. That's where I'm most comfortable.
But I had to show him the face. You know, I'm sure a lot of people, your clients, know the face, but I wanted to put the face on the show, man.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
So first and foremost, how is the family and how are you guys doing?
Family is great. We're doing good. We're thriving. Considering all. Everything that's going on. So we're in a blessed position. So we have no complaints. We're doing our part and we're doing our best to maintain during these times.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
During these times, when you say that with emphasis, it means like these times are very unpredictable. And these times, by the time this is done, edited, and put out there, we will know who the brand new president is for 2021, my man.
Right.
Are you nervous?
It's just family and business for me.
Yes, sir.
And so that's my main focus. I don't really focus on anything else because this is like my heart and soul here. So that's what I really focus on. I mean, some of this political stuff that's going on, I don't have time to give to it at all. I mean, I'm watching it right now because it's happening right now. But at the end of the day, my main focus is family and business. Always.
And that's what I love about you, man. You've always been just on that, had that tunnel vision, man, had that track mind of family business. Let's hustle, let's get it done, let's produce. Yes. No matter what times it is, no matter what trying times it was. Now, I know you did have to close a little bit for COVID when it first came out. Yeah. How was that adjustment? Did you kind of get antsy, get anxious, freak out? Like, man, I cannot create in the studio right now. So, like, what am I going to do? How are you feeling when COVID just shut you down for a second?
It was cool, actually, because it gave me an opportunity to focus on the business and just kind of like develop the model a little bit and revise some things. And that's what I did. I just took the time off to kind of like develop my business model, take some things out, add some things to it, focused on my website, just made sure that my business was intact. So I took that time off, not to complain or worry, but just to get to work.
Good deal, man. Now, when you capitalize on your ideas and your creations, I want to talk about when you first started Level 9 Studios, because I met you 2016.
Yeah.
You were in you were in a studio, you were just in this size studio right here.
Yeah.
Didn't have no extra rooms, except the booth. Didn't have no extra bathrooms. You're like, oh, Simo, you got to go down the hall to go to the bathroom. My guy, you got to go this way. You got to go that way. So like that growth, with Level 9 Studios, like, how are you, like, coming from where you were to where you are now? Like, how does that really like make you feel? And with your creation, do you feel like you've done enough or haven't done enough?
Well, I'm never happy. I'm never settled. I'm always trying to work on the next thing. I'm always looking to advance and I'm always looking to grow. It's all about growing. I'm never just, this is it for me. That's just not my mindset. I'm always thinking about ways to, get to the next level. But luckily for me, I started off in music production and I got some hands-on stuff, working in studios and, grew my name in producing music and mixing and mastering. And it's been a long process. So the process of growing and developing and just learning certain things and just, sacrificing a lot of time just to develop, the skill set, I devoted so much time. I spent so much time in a room just
in front of the computer.
In front of the computer
keyboard,
constantly. Like I didn't go to school. There was no YouTube when I started.
Wow.
You know, it was way back. You know, in the early 2000s. You know,
and shout out to your wife because she's taking your spot right now. She's behind the scenes. You know, holding it down, make sure the cameras are still recording.
Michelle Vera, the one and only.
That's a beautiful team effort because I know that also too. I see that you help her with her career as well. It's real estate, yes?
Yeah. She's a real estate agent out here in Vegas, and she does her thing. I do her marketing for her.
That's a beautiful balance.
So yeah, it's a beautiful balance, and we work great as a team. We always have. That's why we've been together for over 20 years.
Jeez.
Over 20 years.
Tell him, man.
So that's a long time. You know, we have 3 kids together. The 2 are grown, 1's still in the house, 2 are out of the house. So, you know, we've just been holding it down. You know, we know what we want in life, and you know, we work well together, man. You know, as husband and wife, but as partners in life as well.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes down to doing things like
and that's got to be an important dynamic.
We're each other's, you know, rocks and aces in this whole thing together. You know,
look at the fruits of your labor now.
Right.
We in the control room of Level 9 Studios, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. You know, I mean, and it just boils down to communicating, having effective communication.
Communication.
Just effective communication where I listen to her, she listens to me, and we both want the same things naturally anyway because she's totally into the things that I do. I love real estate as well. Mm-hmm. So it's like we go back and forth, and it's just a good thing. It's like, you know, it's hard to describe. It's hard to put in words because it's just like, you know, a lot of people are struggling in their relationships, but we seem to have like the whole package.
Yeah.
Which is great, man. So we're very fortunate.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, man.
That's beautiful. Much blessings and prosperity to you guys on the relationship. And another 20 years.
Oh,
another
yeah,
50
for sure.
years.
We're rocking this till the wheels fall off, man.
Till the wheels fall off.
Doing anything else.
Now, I want you to tell the people about Level 9, that specific number 9, and what it means to you, why you chose that name for the studio.
Well, 9 is my life path number, and it just represents who I am. It's about creativity and faith and balance and everything that I'm actually about. And that number's been chasing me forever too. Like my birthday is January 18th, and the 18, 1 and 8 equal 9. And this number's just been chasing me forever. So it's like, and I see it all the time still to this day. My wife sees it. It haunts her as well. It's all over her. So she's, you know, I mean, it really does. I just have like a really deep connection to it, but it's a spiritual thing, you know, where it's about balance and creativity, faith, and a whole bunch of other things. You should look up your life number. It's pretty interesting.
I need to look up my life number. I wonder what that would be.
And I feel like there's different levels to life, but you know, there's a way to equal and balance these things out. So that's what it's about.
My birthday is August 9th. You know?
August 9th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 9, man. you never know. You might have the life path number like 9, man.
Tell me about your snowball effect of clientele since starting. Now, I know you're really, really good friends with Jackie Starr from Iced Out Barber. Mm-hmm. And shout out to that shop, man. I used to go there, get my hair cut, clean people over there. Great service. So it's a relationship with Jackie Starr and many other names. But I want to start with Jackie because he just recently did a commercial for her. So tell me about how the relationship formed and how that snowball effect happened for you and Level 9.
So we met through a mutual friend in a meeting, and it was a production meeting. She needed we were talking content and promotional stuff for her, and we pretty much just hit it off and had just like a really cool started off. It's always been professional. It's always been about business. It's always been about how to get to the next level. And I started, creating content for her. She loved it. And we just been rocking ever since. That's been like over 6 years in the making.
Wow.
So yeah, we've just been doing a lot of work together, man. She's a great person. She's real. She's a family woman. She's pretty amazing, considering that she's traveled around the world with the, most famous athlete on the planet.
The champ himself. For y'all don't know Jackie Starr, yeah, she cuts for Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
She cuts his goatee because he ain't got no hair. She shaves his head and cuts his goatee, but she is about her hustle and about her work.
Yeah, she definitely is. And it's just, the relationship has matured, and we're still going to this day, and we're planning, strategizing. I do a lot of stuff with her as far as like, strategy. strategy is concerned, just talking marketing and, what it's going to take, to, advance to the next level. That's it. It's always about the next level, man.
The next level.
It's always about the next level.
Just sidebar. Have you ever asked her, like, how does it feel to just make, I don't know how much, but it's got to be salary's got to be a couple $100 a year to just shave Floyd Mayweather's head, the champ's head, and just line up his goatee. Like,
I never really asked that question. I've never.
She's an amazing barber. She is amazing. So working with Floyd Mayweather, it's just real simple. Like, all right, I'm in and out. You clean. You're good to go for your fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I've never really asked that question. I'm pretty sure it is fascinating to be in that position, just to be like, damn, I get to do this for a living. It's a game changer. It's a life changer, and I'm sure.
Have you came across Floyd yourself?
Oh yeah. We've done some work with him at the barbershop.
Love it. Love it.
A couple times. So yeah, man, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Well, that's great, my man. I wanna also talk about just me and you, mine and yours relationship. Like our relationship started. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is how is how I met Scott, man. I came to Vegas in 2016. I said I need a studio. Popped up on, I was just Google searching.
Mm-hmm.
Popped up, came through, recorded and that song was amazing. I gave you the stems. I don't usually give like mixers like the whole stems. I just give them my vocals to do. We got the whole stems. You took pieces out, you put pieces in and moved things around, and I was like, yo, this guy is really for the artist, and he can take my voice and know how to just link it up to how it sounds good with this cadence and the rhythm of the beat.
Right.
Yeah, it was an amazing project, my guy. I thank you for that till this day. I still love that record.
I love that record too, man. I think that's a great record.
It is.
It is, man. And your flow on it, I really think it's really you, though, as the artist, because you were able to write this awesome song, and the track that you chose and the way that you chose to deliver on that song, bro, it was really, really good. I've always been impressed with you as an artist. I really feel like you have what it takes. You have the personality, but you have great talent as well. So not only the personality, the talent, the look, I think you're a total package, bro. Like you really do have.
Trying to make it.
You have something. You have something great that I think that if you were to pursue more a little bit heavily, if you really wanted to do that, like you could really become an artist, bro.
I've heard that, like, kind of spread myself thin just a little bit. I kind of spread myself thin, but I'm fine with that. Because we still get work done. After which that record, I still believe to this day could be like a great pop record. It could be something amazing. I think so maybe I'll push it some more. Put it out there. We did Money in You. We filmed the Money in You over at the Palazzo.
Yeah,
that was fly. If y'all seen that video,
that was
Scott
a fun one.
Did shoot and edit that. It was fun and fly. We were in the studio. We was fucking up that studio. I'm sorry. We was fucking up that room in the Palazzo.
Oh yeah. You were going crazy in there. One man destroying that room. Yeah,
champagne bottles going off.
Yeah, you were like, should I do this? I was like, if you want to. He was like,
go crazy.
Whatever, man. Let's do it. Yeah, just do it. I mean, that was all you. You were by yourself in that whole video. It was different. So it was fun though.
Yeah,
I like that video. That's a great video.
Thank you. That it was your work, man. It was your work, and it was great.
It's our work. It's a collaboration.
So I want to talk about, how did it feel to be featured on Growing Up Hip Hop with Flavor Flav, man? They were in your studio.
Yeah.
Tell me about the podcast that they were shooting, but I know it's for the show. Tell me how that curated and how it went down.
So the production company that produces Growing Up Hip Hop, they reached out to me directly and said, hey, we need a space for podcasting. And I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. They didn't tell me who it was at first. And then when they got here, it was Flavor Flav, Little Eazy-E, and Flavor Flav's son, Will. And they were doing the podcast for Will Talk About It podcast. So that's what Flavor Flav's son's podcast is called. And we shot it here. And it was a great surprise because I didn't know that it was even going to air. And it aired.
Really?
And it was episode 9 on Growing Up Hip Hop.
Well, that's Hollywood, huh? They don't really tell you all the details. Like, all right, we can get this footage. And then, so they took your footage. They didn't bring in their own set.
No, they brought in those cameras were from the production company, so it was all production.
They just wanted the space.
They needed the space, and they filmed, and that's what happened there.
That's awesome, man. Another
Episode
stamp on the
9.
resume, man.
Yeah, another stamp on the resume, man.
How was it like to have a conversation with Flavor Flav? I saw you took some pictures with him afterwards, and
Very humble.
how was it?
Very humble, man. I most artists that I do work with and come across that are up there and have like the name and the reputation, like they're very down to earth. They come in here, they knock it out. And they're just regular people, man. It's just the field that they operate in. So, they're on TV, they're actual personalities. So it's a little different for them. But for the most part, down to earth, man. Very easygoing, little Easy-E. Will, the same thing. They're all the same. They very respectful, humble, considering who they are, what they do. Very humble people.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you can give some marketing advice to like another production studio, what would it be?
Stand by your product. I would say make sure that it's about over delivering for me. It's not about the dollar. It's about if I can do the most for you and go above and beyond for you and over deliver in your eyes, that's what it's about. Like, make it about over delivering for your clients. And I think that would reap some great benefits for sure, because it served us well, because I go above and beyond. I don't nickel and dime every little thing. I want to do my best for everybody. So I go in there with good intentions. I got a heart, my heart is for this. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that, like, if you get anything from me, it's going to be quality. It's always going to be quality. Keep quality first. Make sure you do it there. Leave your ego out of the equation.
Very true.
Leave your ego out of there, because it's just going to get in the way of everything.
It is.
It just, the ego is bad for everything.
Fighting with your ego. Are you your own biggest critic? You're a perfectionist. You need to just tweak that little thing. Hold on, it's not ready yet. I need to tweak this.
Yeah.
Double think yourself.
Never really double think. I think you have to go in and be very analytical in certain situations, and you have to make sure like things are kind of tight on the production.
Some kind of format.
It's formatting. You got to think with the end result in mind, and that's what I do. So like everything is very, very critical in the beginning stages. So I try to knock out all the things that I would need to knock out in the beginning, so I don't have more work at the end. I am a perfectionist, but I do it, with my clients in mind, because I want them to be happy. It's not about me, it's about them. It's always about them. Like, damn, like if I let anybody down, it's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah,
it really
imagine that. That's your name, your reputation on the line. And besides working with, your wife, I call you a one-man army, a mercenary, man. You are rolling through Dolo with the backpack, with the jib in the trunk, with everything ready.
Yes.
You're rolling through Dolo like and I've asked you this many, many times before, but I still want to ask you again on camera.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider an apprentice? Would you ever consider someone to hold the reins while, as you grow and as you want to do different things, as you just want somebody else to be on this editing while you make time to do something else? Would you ever, consider that in the future coming?
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. I mean, that's definitely in the future. I definitely want that. We need that.
Yeah.
I just got to make sure they're the right people that have, the right intentions. Because we've built a company that has a great reputation, and I'm trying to uphold that. I want to make sure that they understand, like, this isn't about you. This is about the clients. It's always about the client. It's about the production. That's what it's about, and it's not about what you're going through at the time. Like, you got to push through some stuff as a business. Like you got to put a lot of things aside to make sure that this thing survives.
Very true.
You got to keep that in mind. Like, there's a lot of sacrifice here. So, I'm looking for the right people.
No auditions. You want them to have the resume, have the skill set, and just show you that they can do it.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
And if they feel like they have something that they can bring to the table, and also have the work, the work ethic, and the proper etiquette, like you come into my studio, it doesn't smell like smoke. You don't have alcohol in here. It's very clean in here. I
keep it damn tidy in here, man.
Yeah, it's tight, man, and it's just standards. It's just standards, and when people come in here, I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel like they're at home. I want them to, have a great experience. It's about the customer experience. I'm customer centric. I look at them first, and my model is, really structured around that.
That's the backbone of it too. Your customer service. A lot of people overlook that. They're just like, I want to make this profit. I want to, hey, you better pay me on time, or you better, do this, this, and this. Here's the deposit.
Yes.
You want customer service.
Customer service is important, man. It really is, especially in production. It's like you're going to leave an impression on somebody, right? You're going to leave an impact. You're going to impact that person in some type of way. So you better make sure you're having the right impact on these individuals, because your reputation's on the line.
Damn right. And you get a limited amount of time to make that first impression stick with that person. So I can hear you on, not wanting somebody to be on, to touch certain things, because you got to put that Scott V finesse on it and then come through with a great product. So I can totally understand that too. Why you spent so long just doing it yourself, because who else is gonna really know the finesse but you? Right.
Exactly. I do have a certain touch and a certain way that I like to do things. And I think that's what's built the reputation as well, because the quality of the work is there, and I pay attention to detail. There's extraordinary detail in everything that I do. So and it makes a difference. It's made a difference. It's had an impact on the business, and that's why we've been able to grow the way that we have.
Are there any productions or artists or personalities that, you don't have to say their names, but are there any of those creators that you really can't see yourself, that you worked with once, but can't see yourself working with really ever again? That anybody that ever gave you like a difficult time while you were trying to make production happen?
Not really. I've really never had too many of those occasions, just because the way that I set the tone there. I'm very easygoing when it comes to working with people. I'm not demanding. I'm not like a demanding type of guy on set. I don't yell and scream. I'm a problem solver. I like I like coming to a production and being able to just have like a good communication with who I'm working with. So I've never really had any riffs with anybody ever.
Interesting.
Never had a riff with anybody.
Wow. So
it's been really, really good. And if I did have a problem, I would address it professionally, because I feel like that's the only way to go about it, because I'm not trying to burn bridges. I'm just trying to make this production the best that it can possibly be, have a good end result. And if there is like an issue, like we can talk about this thing. Or, if there's a problem, I'll address it properly in the right way, just so that we don't have any issues. Because I don't need issues. That's just going to interfere with my progress. It's going to interfere with my momentum, the end result of the product, and what I deliver. It's going to just be a bigger problem, and I don't want that.
I like that. Business over fallouts. Let's just create. Let's get it done. Let's not have any disagreements. If we do disagree, let's talk about it.
Yeah, because it could be a natural thing, but for the most part, it's just like, as a director or somebody who's a creator like me, like I'll share my vision, but I'll listen to input. But I'm free to take that where I want to take it, But I do listen. You know what I mean? Like I create based on what we talk about, and that's. I think that's important, just to be a good listener. Yeah. A good listener. Fall back when you need to. You don't have to have everything go your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is like a key highlight that you just said right now. Just listen and fall back, because as an artist, as a content creator, people want to have their vision seen and heard. So y'all hearing this, man, y'all need to work with Scott V, because he's the guy that will just literally let you direct and put in his professional input here and there. Now, Scott, have you always been so damn humble, or have you, in the past had a little chip on your shoulder? I bet your wife would know too. Like,
she would know. Yeah,
the chip on your shoulder to have to learn some things.
I had to
be
learn,
so humble,
man. I was
now?
not this guy, dude. I was not, man. I was young and I had no direction. I had no guidance. And so
you said you taught yourself. You were
I taught myself. I was self-taught, and I didn't have didn't grow up in the best environment, and I didn't have good role models at all. I had one good role model, and he rubbed off on me. My grandfather, who is no longer with us, but I have. I had some good influences, but for the most part, man, I was a complete idiot. I was not a complete idiot. I was just, man, just like, there's certain things that, I really had. I just had the ego. Like I was I grew up in a certain environment where it was just like, oh, it was just, it just wasn't the right environment. It really it did rub off on me, and I was a product of my environment, you know. So to make a long story short, like I really did have to develop a lot. I had to learn a lot on my own. I did a lot of development on my own, just learning who I was, who I truly was, and learning that, you know, this ego and stuff like just isn't the way.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm glad I was able to get rid of that part of me when I started to go into business. Like I say, in my mid-20s is when it all shifted for me.
That's
My
good.
mid-20s, I really started to look
It's about
at my
the time,
life.
huh? You kind of look at
Mid-20s.
yourself
Yeah,
and be like,
mid-20s.
damn, man, you know, all these bridges I burned, all this shit I did.
Never
That's
really
change.
burnt bridges. I've always been a good guy. I've never burned. I've never burnt any bridges.
That's good.
I'm big on loyalty, and I'm
That's
big.
good.
I'm big on respect. And there's nothing that I you know, like I'm not a jealous guy either. I don't look at other people like, oh my God, he has this, that, the other. And I look at these individuals and I'm over here. I'm not an envious, jealous person at all. It's just not in me.
That's
So
good.
I've never been that way when it came to others.
That's good.
So I've never done anybody wrong. Nobody could ever say I have. Never had, because it's just not in me.
Yeah.
It's not in me. But my attitude was more, I didn't have a good attitude towards certain things. I was cocky. I was, you know, not in a way, but it was just my attitude and the way that my personality was just totally off because I was trying to impress people. I was trying to impress people. You know, I was really just trying to impress. I was a people pleaser. So I was doing more than I actually had to do. And I was really taking that focus off of me and my family and the things that I really needed to really focus on.
Wow.
You know, you get you get that kick in the back and you start, it will open up your eyes if you're kicked hard enough. And thank God I got kicked hard enough to where it just knocked it all out of me. And I really was able to shed the ego, get rid of the ego, and really work from the heart and really start to work on what really, really mattered.
That takes a grown man to admit that. So that's growth right there.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of
and I'm glad to say that because I'm not ashamed of it because it made me who I am today, the person that I was always meant to be.
Yeah. Speaking of that kick in the back, I want to ask you, what was your biggest L that you can speak on? L as in learning lesson. What was that biggest L that kind of just you know, turned things around? Like, look, I need to do different, and boom, you grew from that. You know.
Biggest loss that I've ever taken. There's been quite a few. There's been quite a few. I've taken so many. In life in general. So I just feel like every single loss was a stepping stone, you know, to you know, developing knowledge about it's you never really take a loss. You just these are just experiences that you really learn from, pretty much.
Exactly.
You know, it's like these are. When you take a loss, it's just so that you can reanalyze what's going on, have some introspection, look at yourself, look at the situation, and say, you know what, if I want things to change, I got to change things within myself. You know, I was never like a finger pointer or anything like that. I had been, and that was totally wrong too, like pointing at such and such and this, that, the other. No, it's because I allowed certain things to happen. You know, and I've taken so many losses, and I hold myself accountable for it because now if that takes the pressure off of me of having resentment towards people, and I get that out the way, and I deal with it on my own, hold myself accountable. Every loss has led me to develop my you know, my sense of self-awareness, and I've taken losses, but and those come all the time, you know, and different sizes and different levels of losses. But I always look at a loss as an opportunity to grow and learn from.
And that's what a lot of content creators need to understand. You know, the losses they'll take to heart. They'll take it so personal, and they'll be like, it's all over. This is it.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm
tap.
mad. I hate this. I'm never doing it again. I don't want to rap. I don't want to record and edit videos.
You got to keep going.
Keep going.
I say, like, if it wasn't for my passion for this, maybe I would have tapped. I really feel like it's an individual thing, like based on the individual who's doing it. I feel like no videos online can inspire you or motivate you to do the things that you're doing, because we've taken some losses. We've taken some major losses, like, and we kept going no matter what. No matter what it was, I was like, I'm never giving up on this.
Yeah.
And
I remember some of them. You told me too in the previous spot. I remember some of them.
Yeah. I mean, we've taken some major losses, some major hits. And, my wife and I had conversations like, yo, is this worth it type of thing? Like, should we be still doing that? And I would tell her straight up, like, I'm not giving up on this. And that would be my exact words. I would say, I'm never giving up on this. I don't care what happens. And I would just stick it out, man. But it was the greatest thing. It was the greatest thing because you learn more. Things happen when you stick with it. If you're ready to tap, then you're not ready for it. Like, because no matter what, you're going to encounter problems.
Most definitely.
No matter what, you're going to have adversity.
Yeah.
The adversity is going to be there. It's never going to end. You gotta, and that's an ego thing too. Like, you gotta realize, like, you're human. Things are gonna happen.
Damn right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
people look at those successful ones with the big numbers on social media, making so much money, and they're like, oh my God, like, I got a problem. They're kind of trying to mirror that and look at everything that they got going on that's wrong. But no, you just need to keep pushing because that same person had the same struggles too. You just never saw those struggles.
Right, yeah. I mean, nobody really highlights their problems.
Nope.
Like, I mean, that's just not natural. People just don't do that. But people are, online, they may be promoting the wrong things too, like, highlighting certain things that aren't really going on. I don't know. Or, glorifying the wrong things, like, I don't know what people do. I know what I do, but I know what I steer away from.
Yeah.
Because I want to be I'm just different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't really focus on I never look at my competitors and what they're doing. I never do that. I hate doing that. Something that I don't like doing.
Because you despise doing that.
Yeah.
Put the blinders on and
stay
because focused.
I need to focus on me. I don't care about what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't care about what anybody else is doing. I just don't.
You're right.
I just want to stay focused on me and what I got going on here.
Hey, man. I 100% am so happy that I was able to talk to you about every single detail about Level 9, about details about you, our relationship, and everything that you've been producing at Level 9, my man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, but I want to take a trip to memory lane. Scott V used to rap. Scott V had some bars back in the day. You got bars for us?
Oh, my God.
I ain't gonna make you rap for us right now.
No more rap. No more rapping for me.
He was a spitter, though. You were a spitter, man. You had
Thank you.
Yeah, you had some good raps, my man.
I mingled a bit, I guess you could say.
But I'm gonna do the rollout as I must with every guest on Dope Hangouts.
Sure.
We're gonna do the either or top 3. You down with that?
Totally.
Start with the either or. Lightning round. I'm gonna give you those 2 subjects. You know the deal. I'm gonna give you those 2, and you're gonna say which one. No thinking, just back to back. Scott V, like a hot or cold?
Cold.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Singing or rapping?
Singing.
Hey, books or audibles?
Books.
Do you prefer a phone call or a text?
Phone call.
Phone call. Right to business. Right
Straight
to business.
Yeah. I need to hear your tone.
Do you prefer being social on Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat?
Instagram, 100%.
Do you even have a Snapchat?
I do not have a Snapchat. It's not for me.
Yeah. What is Scott V's pet peeve?
Dream killers.
Doubters. Pessimists.
I hate that shit. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Okay. What do you find oddly satisfying?
I don't know, man.
Wow.
That's a tricky one. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Gosh. He's got so many. Yeah,
I'm stumped.
On that one. That is all good. Let's go to some top 3 as a producer, content creator. Top 3 movies. Top 3 movies, man, that you just like, that's visually stunning to you, cut well, edited well.
Man, I like Back to the Future.
Okay, classic.
I like Beetlejuice. And I like, what else do I like?
Beetlejuice.
Yes, man. I'm not. And then let's say a really, really good, and Rocky. Like Rocky 3, man.
Okay, Rocky 3 specifically.
Yeah, I like Rocky 3 a lot.
That's what's up. Give me your top 3 artists right now, the music that you're listening to.
Top 3 artists. Yeah. I'm not really listening to much music these days, to be honest. I don't listen to much music at all.
Okay. How about I switch it up then? Top 3 podcasts. That's actually going to be my next one. Top 3 podcasts right now. Anything you
Yeah, Tom Bilyeu.
Okay.
It has a great one. Impact Theories, great podcast.
Okay.
I would say, yeah, I think that's my top and only one that Jason Silva has a great podcast too.
Jason Silva?
Yeah, Jason Silva has a great podcast, and Jim Quick has a great podcast too. Like, these are guys that are talking about neurology, they're talking about their philosophy, they're talking about health. I'm talking about things that are going to help me grow as an individual, like real valuable content, stuff that you can really take to the bank and
absorb it and just.
I'm talking about real good stuff. I'm not talking about like nothing information. I'm talking about stuff that that you could actually benefit from. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, rock with those, man, for sure.
That's a good deal.
Impact Theory by Tom Bilyeu.
I think you told me about Impact Theory.
Man, yeah, I think I probably have, man. Like, I love that podcast, man. Like, he has some good guests on there. And the way that he's a great question asker, and he knows how to hold an interview. Like, he really digs deep with like doctors and people. And yeah, he's just,
I got to check that out.
Check that out.
I got to check that out again. Because you probably told me about it in the past, but I need to hear that. Because I like that self-help stuff, learning, getting that knowledge in,
Right. 100%.
Like that. So tell me about your favorite. And you don't even got to give a top 3. You can give top 5 if you need to. Your top productions that you've curated and created with people or just on your own. Give me your top 3 or top 5 productions that
top
you enjoyed creating.
Man, so we did Scoop DeVille's album, his latest album, and I mixed and mastered a bunch of songs on that album. So
nice.
Yeah, Scoop DeVille, he did, Poetic Justice. He did The Recipe.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. I Want to Rock with Snoop Dogg. He produced. So we just produced that album. I helped mix and master maybe a good half of that album. So that was great experience. We recorded some stuff in here too. Great guy. Scoop is a unique breed. He's a great guy to work with. He's very humble and very inspiring.
Damn.
Just because of his accolades, his credentials, and what he brings to the table as a musician, just to work with him.
Shout out Scoop DeVille.
Little Uno from the Pack. We've worked we've done so many records together, bro. I did the Pack's last album. I think I did maybe a good 90% of their album, their last one.
I'm not surprised, man. That's your best friend right there, man.
Yeah,
he's one of your best friends.
Yeah,
man.
Definitely. Yep, for sure. Brothers.
Yeah.
We've been rocking together for so many years, and we've done a lot of work. So, the Pack's last album was really, really good. They moved they got a lot of traction on it, but it was all pushed independently without a label and stuff, like for the first time or second time. So that project was good. And Chopper City, and I've shot so many videos for him too. Like, we've done so much. We've done so many videos together. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
But one of his albums was his mixtapes was recorded entirely here and mixed and mastered by me.
Wow.
And that was a really, really good. I forget the name of that one, man. Dang, it's just slipping my tongue.
It's okay.
Because we've done so many mixtapes together, and
that's dope.
Those are my top 3.
That's dope,
top
bro.
3 for the most part.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say those are the top.
Hell yeah, I didn't hear Dope Hangouts on there, but that's all good. That's all good
Dope
too.
Hangouts, of course. You said projects though. I could have said like the projects.
I guess I'm in broad and everything. But yeah, you was talking about the music. So at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm gonna be in
Dope Hangouts.
in the podcast production. I'm gonna be in the top 3, top 5, right? Dope Hangouts is gonna be in podcast production.
Yeah, well, podcast production for sure. Dope Hangouts. Yup. Lacey Skulls, Talk of Love.
Yeah, Talk of Love.
Talk of Love is popping right now. So that's produced here. Dope Hangouts is produced here.
Yes,
the Mayweather Boxing Channel is produced here.
Yes, sir. That's a fly one, my man.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's such a great one.
Yeah, man, we're all over the place, man. So we're doing some great things, man. We're very fortunate, very lucky. I'm so thankful for everything that's going on here. It's great, man. We're blessed.
Yeah, man. And it's a blessing just to be watching you prosper and actually just to have to work with you and collaborate with you, my man, and take those gems.
Likewise, bro.
Take those gems. I remember we sat down a couple months ago. I was like, look, Scott, how can I boost what I got going on and progress? And this guy gave me some real gems, man. He really kicked game to me from his experience. And I took that and we're snowballing with it right now, man.
Dope.
It's fourth quarter, man. We're going to end it strong in 2020.
Yeah, we are, man. I mean, despite everything that's going on, man, my advice would just be like, you know what? Just let this thing pass, man. Yeah. Don't feed into the media. Don't let the media persuade you to think certain things that you wouldn't naturally or normally think. Like, really have a mind of your own during all of this stuff.
Damn right.
Like, don't become hateful for no reason.
Real.
You know what I mean?
For no reason at all.
Just stay out the way. Mm-hmm. Do you. Get out of the way. Just get out of the way and don't let anybody else get in your way either. Like, get hyper-focused. Don't just get focused. Get hyper-focused on what you want. Get rid of your ego if you have one. Check yourself now. Do that. It's going to be beneficial, I promise you.
Damn right, man. Words from Scott V, the CEO of Level 9 Studios. And anything else that you do want to say as we roll this thing out, my man, I want you to tell the people, how to book you, where to find you online, and just any projects that we didn't talk about that you got coming up, man. Any secret big projects that you got rolling out. So the floor is yours, Scott.
So you guys can find me at L9SLV on Instagram. And you can go to l9slv.com for anything, creative media related or production related, podcasting, audio recordings, mixing, mastering, creative media with, video production, videography. Do it all from like music videos to weddings to commercials, promos, branded content, anything that you can think of. I'm going to produce it, and that's for sure. As far as projects, really don't have much going on. I do have a lot of stuff in the pipeline. I'm doing a lot of different things right now. Nothing too big to announce right now. I'm just pretty much
business as usual.
It's business as usual. Nothing really to announce. I'm really not that type of guy to speak of upcoming things. There's always something happening. You can catch that on the gram for sure. So you'll see what I'm doing behind the scenes there. I'm always posting on there. I like that platform. It's one of the more positive platforms, and I think Instagram is my go-to. And if anybody wants to see what I got going on behind the scenes, you can check that out there.
Hell yeah, Scott V got the place to be. And once again, I go by the name of Simo for more of everything media, where no one's got us like us. You can hit me up, personal page at First Pick C. That's First Pick CEE, and all the social media is MOEX Media at MOEX Media. We just opened a Patreon, so make sure to holler at us on the Patreon. I'm going to be doing my research for all you artists out there, all you content creators, and be giving you tips and tricks and things that I learned, maybe even gems that I got from Scott. I'm going to be sharing it with you guys on Patreon. Make sure to please subscribe, hit the like button, hit that comment button. I know I told y'all in the past that I didn't give a fuck about it, but yes, I give a fuck about it. Hit that like button, hit that comment button, show some love. It really helps for that algorithm because I want this type of information to get out there and get seen to other people. We are really just giving you as much information, as much productive talk as we can, man. It's not just bullshit over here, man. No one's got us like us, and we need y'all. So holla at us, and we're going to see you guys on the next Dope Hangouts, man. By this time this thing is filmed, I said we're going to find out who's going to be, next or current president. But y'all just be good people. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. And keep hustling. Keep doing you. Simo, signing out of Level 9 Studios. Peace.